time for some more Dark Tidings as we dive into this fifth set in KeyForge. I'm really liking this here, which is just easy peasy lemon squeezy. You can't just fake opening decks. Okay, we gotta go this side. So we've got house reveals a little bit harder with this. So today we got Zoom, the Ambiguously Terrible. Oh, love that name and all that golden light above. We got Untamed, Unfathomable, and Shadows. Untamed, Unfathomable, and Shadows. Shadows and Untamed have been here for quite a bit. The shrink wrap on this feels really nice, and I played with my friend last night a bunch of games from the 2-player starter, and there is a difference. These seem to be printed in Germany, and the 2-player starter was, I think, a China print. And yeah, the quality of the ones with the seal, which comes from Germany, is quite nice. I also spoke to someone who is in Germany because we are playing in the Versatile League, and he told me that the decks printed in Germany do not get sold in Germany. They get shipped around the world. How about that? Oh, that Unfathomable, though. I'm so excited to see what's in this Unfathomable deck. And there's the Tide card. The Tide mechanic is very cool. I'm a big fan of it. Let's see what Zoom has. So we got Ransom. This creature cannot be used and gains at the start of your turn. You may give your opponent 2 Ember. If you do, destroy Ransom. And look at that. Oh, my man Scuzzy's not going to appreciate this. Holding a Fuzzy Gruen for Ransom. Yikes, he's going to be pissed. And then we have Submersible. Ooh, another ship. I have 3 of the ships now. While the tide is high, each friendly thief creature gains elusive. Oh, I love that. Booby Trap, classic. Deal 4 damage to a creature that's not on a flank with 2 splash. Then we have the Flying Spectre. Ooh, another ship. It says, after your opponent raises the tide, destroy the Flying Spectre. Action, steal 1 if the tide is high. Oh, I don't see this lasting long. They basically can do it so many ways, but still cool. Wish I had a pip. Then we go, oh, Gas Pipes Malone, Post Malone KeyForge edition. It says, before fight, the creature Gas Pipe Malone fights captures 1 from its own side. I do like that. Hard Simpson, another very cool card. It says it's an elusive elf creature with 4 power, and it has, after Hard Simpson is dealt damage, steal 1. If the tide is low, your opponent steals 1. But it says it must survive the damage. And then we have Kerwallop. Deal 1 damage to each creature. Gain 1 for each creature destroyed this way. I think this is such a cool card. I'm very much a fan of it. It's almost like a Cleansing Wave, and I think it combos really nicely with a Cleansing Wave, actually. Because you destroy creatures, gain Ember. You don't destroy creatures, you gain a bunch of Ember next turn. It's pretty cool. Mug, we all know that. Move 1 from a creature to your pool. Deal 2 damage to that creature. 2 mugs. 3 mugs. One-Eyed Willa. While the tide is high, One-Eyed Willa gains elusive and skirmish. Fight steal 1, a 2-power elf thief. Then we have Scooped. You play, deal 2 damage to a creature. If it is not destroyed, it captures 1 from its own side. Hello, we're going to mug it afterwards. Then we have, on to Unfathomable. It says, Cup of Water. Stun each cyborg creature and each robot creature. And this has a enhancement of a capture. That's great. Let's bring on the hate towards Logos. I'm not sure how much this will apply outside of Rogue. I think actually Star Alliance may get a little bit of a hit from that as well. The Chosen One. Oh, this card seems good. So instead of readying creatures they control during their ready card step, your opponent deals 1 damage to the Chosen One for each exhausted creature they control. So until this is removed from the board, your opponent doesn't get to ready their creatures, basically. Illusions of Grandeur. Oh, that's sweet. Says, choose a house on your opponent's identity card. If your opponent does not choose that house as their active house on their next turn, gain 3 Ember. Wow. So this is like a new version of Control the Weak in a way, except there's a decision to be made. So I like that. Then we have Fuguru. It says 1 power poison creature, your opponent refills their hand to one less card during their draw steps. Very interesting. Then we have Tomwa of the Glow, an Aqueon 3-power creature that says, Reap, exhaust a creature. If the tide is high, draw a card for each exhausted enemy creature. Oh, nice. This is like Stutterkin reversed in a way with a condition. Ooh, we got Bubbles, the Aquan. Play, put an enemy creature on top of its owner's deck. Oh, I forgot to read the flavor text here. So it says, I will be your light in the darkness. Why do they call him? ... Never mind. And that's Quixo saying that. And then we have next, Call of the Void. Oh, I like this. Exhaust a creature. If it is already exhausted, destroy it instead, and its controller loses 1. So really nice ways to combo with some things here. And then we have Gilt Spine Netcaster, and it has a Reap, exhaust a creature, which is really nice. I'm enjoying this exhausted flavor in Unfathomable. It's quite interesting. And it puts 2 enhancements in there for capture. Hookmaster. Fight. If the tide is high, your opponent loses 2, 4 power, 1 armor, Aquan. Portal. Okay, it says, play. If the tide is high, archive Portal. Otherwise, raise the tide. Oh, that's cool. I like that. And the art is amazing. Oh, it's a balance sheet. I would like a balance sheet mat of this, actually. That's pretty dope. Then we have Seabringer Kakoa. And it says, it's a taunt, and when it's destroyed, you raise the tide. 7 power. Really nice. Storm Surge. Action, play. Your opponent cannot ready cards during the ready card step of their next turn. Ooh, this has got combo potential for sure. Then we move on to the Untamed. Play, raise the tide, enrage 2 enemy creatures. Get a pip for playing it. Then we have Gross Surge. Give a flying creature 3+1 power counters. Neighbor 2. And the second creature's neighbor 1. We got Old Patty. Oh, Old Patty with a capture pip. It says a beast fisher. It says reap, discard the bottom card of your deck or the bottom 3 cards instead if the tide is high. Play each creature discarded this way 1 at a time. Yes. Ritual of Balance is back. Very nice. If your opponent has 6 or more Ember, steal 1. Deepwater Gruin. You get 2 Ember, but if the tide is low, your opponent gains 1. Keyfrog, love to see that. Mookling, also love to see that with the Growth Surge. Milobi, it says, before fight... Okay, well, the tide is high, my Liobi gains Skirmish. Before fight, enrage the creature Milobi fights, and each of that creature's neighbors. They definitely are bringing Enrage in this set more, I've noticed, which is kind of cool. Reap or Sow, choose one. Reap, ready and reap with a friendly creature, or give 3+1 power counters distributed as you choose. Oh, that's really neat. I like this card a lot. I like these new actions with decisions. The Fittest, give each friendly creature a +1 power counter. Very nice. Way of the Pixie, this creature gains Reap, gain an Ember. And then Youngest Bear, you may reap with one of Youngest Bear's neighbors. Okay. Excuse me. So let's do the counts. For creatures, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 creatures. And for Ember, we got 1. Let me count that again. I feel like I miscounted. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Yeah, 16 creatures. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 Ember Pips. Very nice ratio. There are the rest of the stats. What do I like about this deck? Well, definitely Untamed has the Mookling combos. There's definitely ways to hit off Keyfrog, but not, unfortunately, in this house, which is a little bit unfortunate. Yeah, but that's okay. And then we go into Unfathomable, which has some really nice disruption here, I think. Some really nice combos here I like with the exhaust action here, especially with Tomwa. I'm looking to pull that off. Chosen one again, super nice disruption. Cup of Water. This is an interesting one. This is feels like Take That Smarty Pants in a way, but I think the Logos Hate is going to be real here and needed. So we got a lot of deal 2 damage over here, which is really nice for the KeyFrog side of things. The creature power is not too bad. It's kind of all over the map here. Not a lot of capture, I think. Although there is the Gas Pipes Malone, which could put in work. If there's a way to make it skirmish, that'd be even better. There is a little bit of burst in here. I think you're going to be going Unfathomable mainly most of the time in this deck. Yeah, I feel like Unfathomable is what you want to call, and maybe some stuff here. What are the Reap abilities out of house? So we got Gilswing Net, Tomwa, that's a good one. We also have... That's it for... So not a ton outside of it. These artifacts are really interesting. The 2 ships, the Submersible, I really like that. How many Thieves do we have? I actually think that doesn't hit that hard on here. We only have, whoops, oh, I love the Aquan card, what is it, design and flavor? The color scheme, that's what I'm thinking about. We got 1, 2, 3, only 3 creatures in here, so I think you might not, this won't be called that often. Shadows will be called very infrequently. But some really cool things in here. I think this is great. This creature cannot be used in gains at the start of your turn. You may give an opponent 2 if you do destroy Ransom. This could be a very powerful thing, especially the timing of it. Way of the Pixie. I mean, yeah, there's a lot of good ways I think this can be used. I'm loving Mookling in this. I think Mookling is a very powerful card right off the top. Oh, Lost Lucas Lawrence. Young Mermooks are easily distracted. Yeah, I'm just noticing that this card is really bonkers, and if you don't have direct damage, it can be impressive, especially if there's 1, 2, 3 ways of making it quite large. Yeah, and the Storm Surge with some of the stuff here, oh man, I'm really liking the way this is. The ways to raise the tide. There's so many great things within this that allow the tide to be used. I'm excited for this deck and to see what it does. Let me know your thoughts on this one. It's hard for me to see some of the combos here right away. Ready and Reap with the creatures, definitely some cool things. Like Youngest Bear is a good one for that, so you can get its neighbor as well. Oh, and this Old Patty, getting a use out of Old Patty seems pretty solid. Yeah, this is a cool deck. I'm excited to test it out and see the Aquans in action again. I like the flavor of this one. So that is Zoom, the Ambiguously Terrible. Let me know your thoughts on this. As always, may your Amber never be stolen and your keys forged promptly. Have a good one.